Tell me a little bit about the company, what y'all do.
So it all come to be. I started out doing auto mechanics. Um, and that field is it's really kind of mm, hard to not have people be acting like high schoolers. It was a lot of nitpicking and things that I really wasn't wanting to be involved in. So I tried to move around to different shops, and the last shop that I was kind of at and was really serious about, things kind of got violent.
Hmm?
Not on my not from me, but from the other employees. So I decided I'm gonna go ahead and start up my own business. I had really kind of thought about it back to 2 years ago. I had come up with a name. I had got the 10, but I really hadn't done anything with it. So once I got to that point of just being fed up with dealing with everybody else, being able to control my life and my stability for my family, I started branching out. Um, I had a friend who he wasn't mechanically inclined, but he could do things, fixing houses and roofing and things of that nature. So we decided to team up. My vision was, because I had such a difficult time, coming up through life. I wanted to make sure that people who had a difficult time also were able to be able to take care of their family.
Yeah,
Um, and not have to worry about somebody judging them, or having to worry about that nitpicking and everything else that I went through. So that was the goal. Give other people who have the same background as me stability, be able to grow, and that way I can eventually branch out more and help my community. So once we got together, we started pretty much I'll do auto mechanics and then do home repairs also. And he was doing the home repairs and things of that nature. And it just kind of started out like that.
that's cool, man. So how many of y'all is it in the organization now? Or does it?
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, how many people work within the organization now?
So it's me, my wife. I have another gentleman who does some auto mechanics for me. Um, and then I have another lady who just joined us. So altogether, what, five?
What is there any one of the businesses or the aspect of the business that y'all like to focus on the most, like the jobs y'all like the most? Or you
Right
are
now,
trying to push the most, put it that way.
right now, we're pushing home repairs basically. Anything home repairs, we're trying to get that kind of foundation started and you know out there really. The auto mechanics, I've been doing that for a while.
Hmm.
Um, so it's kind of established, but it's not something I want to stick to. I want my business to be able to, if I go to somebody's house and they're, maybe they're older and they don't want to go out to a shop, or they have other things around the house like a
Hmm.
computer that is, not working right. I want to be able to go and say, "Hey, I can take care of all this for you while I'm here."
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. All in one.
Yeah.
One-stop shop, they call it.
Yep. That way
Yeah,
they
I
don't
like
have to
that.
worry about a whole bunch of people coming in and out of their house. You
Right.
know, they deal with just a certain amount of people, and you build trust that way, I feel like.
Well, yeah, cause that's the biggest thing. Anytime something go wrong, like I know for me, the first thought is, all right, well, who is this? You want to find somebody that's referred so you have at least some level of faith and confidence on in how they're going to perform.
Right.
And so, yeah, like you said, if it's one person you already get to know and they can do this, but they can also do these other things too, you can just call one person. That's a huge value.
That was
Um,
my thoughts exactly.
but let's go back to the mechanics. What all can you do in the mechanics? It doesn't, and is it old and new vehicles or just older vehicles or how does it work?
It's old and new. The only thing I really am not able to do is pull an engine out. Um, that takes a little more machinery than what you're able to put on the back of a truck.
Yeah.
As well as changing tires and things of that nature. Like I can't get a tire off of a rim, but if you're broke down on the side of the road, I can definitely come and put your spare on for you. Changing oil, belts, alternators, radiators, um, start and charging tests, diagnostics. So
So not engine work, any kind of engine work?
yeah, we do tune-ups, just not pulling them out. One of my guys, his name is Corey, just got done putting in a transmission back into a charger.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
So we do what we can.
Okay. So if somebody had issues, they just need to call and tell you what it is. And you let them know whether you can do it or not.
So depending on what it is, if I go out, I'll diagnose it. Um, if it's something that I feel like, hey, you'd be better off taking this to a shop, I'll refer them to the shops that, I've personally worked at and I know who was going to be able to take care of them.
Now, where you guys at?
Stokesdale.
Stokesdale, yeah. All right, so tell me about the other stuff, the landscaping. Y'all do full landscaping?
We do. We just was it Miss Blenda's house? Yeah. Um, we did a little bit of landscaping not too long ago. We just cleaned up our yard. I'm getting ready to go back in a couple of days, replant some flowers that her boyfriend had got in the flower bed after I laid some cement down because she was tripping over a little lip on the driveway. So mowing the yards, breaking, cutting trees,
What has been the most interesting job you had to do?
um, putting in a epoxy resin flooring underneath of a kitchen sink.
What was hard about that?
It was just different. She wanted to put down plastic, but I thought, with it being under the kitchen sink, there's a possibility of, if the pipes ever bust, anything like that, you're gonna get water down back behind there. It's gonna be an issue. So she wanted to make sure that she wasn't gonna have any problems with, water damage later on down the line. So I said, epoxy resin to me seems like it would be a nice, addition up underneath of that kitchen sink. You don't have to worry about the water damage, anything like that, because it's gonna keep it sealed and it'll look nice. It come out really, really good, especially with the kind of backdrop that we put. It was glass tile as a backdrop, so it turned out really nice. She really loved it.
What all other home repairs, home improvement, what kind of stuff y'all do?
Painting, we took out the cabinets. Let's see, I do flooring right now. I'm at somewhere doing flooring right now. Um, Changing out light fixtures, putting up dog doors, just anything that they can ask of me. If I
Uh,
can
what
do it, then I'm gonna do it.
what about like cabinet repair or tearing down walls?
Now tearing down the walls, I'm not gonna go that far. Now cabinet repairs, yeah, I did a little bit of cabinet repairs. Um, but nothing as far as, completely tearing out a entire room, like the wall and extending out bedrooms and things of that nature. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
just, yeah.
So more lighter. Give me like an example, few examples of the types of jobs that you'd be comfortable doing.
Remodeling the bathrooms,
Oh, okay.
um, remodeling remodeling kitchens, living rooms,
So it's
dens.
remodeling, you talking about like tearing up the floor?
Yeah, tearing up the floor, taking up carpet, putting down, hardwood, putting down vinyl.
Okay. Now, tell me about this IT stuff.
So I've got a degree in computer engineering.
Oh yeah.
I'm about I was about maybe 6 months to a year away from my bachelor's in information technology. But it's boring to me to sit behind a desk all day. Um, but I can do computer repairs and upgrades. So if you have a screen that's broken, keyboard that's broken, I can break it down and replace it. I can also upgrade the programming. Alyssa just had an issue with her laptop that I had to fix where it got hacked. So I had to
Heck,
go in and yeah. Yeah, it was a mess. I had to go in and reset everything on her computer. Factory restart the whole thing.
dog. Y'all figured out how to get in? Is it
All right.
email or phishing?
It was from the college actually. The Canvas hack that happened. The all of Canvas was hacked and they held it for ransom.
Oh yeah.
And yeah,
Did they
it
pay?
was, they did.
How much was it?
Now the pricing, I don't know what the pricing was. They didn't. I don't think they even said that, but they
Oh,
told us that they paid. It was on the news. It was a big thing because it affected pretty much all of the school systems.
wow. How long did that last?
What about a month? Maybe about a month.
What?
Yeah. I started noticing things whenever it had been a couple of months that I started noticing that something was going on with her computer. Um, but up until I actually got into it and kind of seen that the software had changed a little bit. The computer wasn't it, it's a newer updated version of Windows, and whenever I went into it, it was like a what to say, like 2004 version of Windows that was running the system. I was like, nah, something ain't right. So I completely took it off of the Wi-Fi, any kind of internet connection, and had to go back through the back end to clean it up. It took a little bit, but I was able to get it cleaned up. It seems to be working fine now, right?
What about, can you do upgrades and whatnot? Like memory, motherboard and all that? What
Yes,
about motherboard too?
yes, motherboards too.
Okay, cool.
I'm Dell certified, HP certified, um, Apple certified. I worked for Apple for 2 years.
Oh yeah.
So
Where was that at?
Kelly Connect. I worked from home.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Oh, like support, problem solving and whatnot.
yeah. I was a senior tech tier 2 for Apple for almost 2 years.
Oh, cool. That's cool. Now, how do you keep all of this stuff organized? The different jobs.
Sometimes it can be a little hectic. But I have people around me who try to help out. Alyssa does a lot of the keeping up with schedules and reminding me of things. Um, but so far it doesn't seem to be an issue as far as getting back to my customers, making sure that I'm getting what they need done and completed in a timely manner.
Y'all using any AI up in the process in the system?
She's The AI is her best friend. Me, on the other hand, I'm old school. I I seen all the AI coming, but nah, I don't like talking to robots.
Well, as long as you're using it, because I mean, obviously, you want more and more business,
Yeah,
and the more busy it get, then the harder it is to keep everything together. But having AI helping to keep it organized, uh, then you can grow as fast as you want to and won't skip a beat without adding stress. You can add the growth without adding stress, put it that way.
gotcha.
But she handling that, so that's good. What do you find your biggest bottleneck or the
Say that again.
biggest challenge in the
Uh,
business? Yeah.
the biggest challenge is finding people who actually want to work. Um,
2026. Welcome to 2026.
yeah, everybody. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's an entitlement issue, but everyone's always I need a job. I need a job. Can you help me with a job? What do you got that I can do? And then whenever I expect them to behave in a certain manner and actually show up and do the job,
Yeah.
it's like I have to hold their hand. Uh, Me as someone who is, trying to take care of multiple things and make this business, profitable, successful, and respectable. Like I shouldn't have to stand over people and say, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. If we come in with a plan, we've talked to, let's say we're in a home and we're remodeling a bedroom.
Hmm.
If if we know that this bedroom has to be completely, you know, the carpet has to be ripped up, the walls have to be painted, the ceiling has to be painted. I shouldn't have to come in and see that, hey, you've not showed up today, or hey, you've done this and it's, you've got patches everywhere. It shouldn't be that way. And then want to, you know expect for me to pay you as if you've done the job to the standard of what my customer wants. It's entitlement.
Right. So you can use some employees right now.
Yes, very
Are
much
you
so.
looking are you looking for like people who specialize in the different areas or basically an all-around person who could do, I mean, I know you would want somebody who could do everything, but
It As long as they're a hard worker and they're wanting to put in the time to make this business a good business so we can give back, that we can fix things along the way. Nobody's perfect, nobody knows everything, nobody sits around like me and just learns random stuff for no apparent reason. If if they have the drive and the want, then I'm gonna give them a shot.
do they have to have a certain meet certain standards or requirements as far as background check or
I would
case by
like
case?
it's a case, one of those case by case scenarios, because not everybody who has a background is still behaving in that manner.
Hmm.
There's a lot of people who's been in trouble, who spent years in prison for certain things and have completely turned their life around.
Right. Yeah.
So you can't judge everybody the same way.
That's good. Yeah. If there was one of the businesses that you wanted to push hard, which one would it be? One of the services, I should say.
I really wanted to get a automotive shop going.
I didn't look for that. I
Yeah.
thought you had this list out. Really?
That I really wanted that. Like working on cars is to me it's like going fishing.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just I like doing it. Um, but like I said, if I could get my own shop started and everybody be, cool, chill, nobody, disrespecting anybody, and it just be a family oriented place, and everybody goes home and they can feed their family and be happy, then hey, I would love that. But it's 2026, and it's yeah, it's 2026. So
What would be your focus on the types of services you provide.
As far as if I had my own shop,
Right.
I had a manager tell me, like, do it like this. Don't have engines coming in and trying to replace full engines. You're not going to make any money that way. You're going to spend more time having to pull that engine out and, replacing other things that can go wrong. He said, start off with, alternators, belts, simple things, oil changes.
Hmm.
And then whenever you are able to, completely not even have to go to work for a whole week, he said, then maybe, start bringing in some heavy things.
So probably the higher margin stuff first sounds like, I think, that type of work has a higher profit margin
Right.
and not as, you know, tedious, time consuming, different
Right.
equipment. Okay. Is there anything else about what you guys do that I didn't ask about that you would like the people to know about?
Mm, but we clean houses also.
Oh yeah.
Um, a little bit of redecorating. I also am able to do home automation, which is smart house.
Hmm.
Um, certain wiring up, cameras and things of that nature, security cameras. I do that as well. I don't like heights, so I leave fixing roofs and everything else to my other guys. But if we have somebody on the crew who's able to successfully do it, then I will say, okay, yeah, we'll take a look at it. Right now, I'm also refinishing a table. Um, the customer wants it cut down shorter, um, so it'll fit in their kitchen a little better. Wants it, sand it down, repaint it, and then cover it in epoxy.
Have you seen those videos where they have all these, I think it's AI. I know some of them are AI, where they do all these different designs and then they pour epoxy and then they buff over it. And it's
Yeah,
like, okay, yeah. I seen one with a burnt finish, something like that, with like embers. That's what I was wondering, like, how far can you go with doing the real thing? But is that even something that people are willing to pay for anyway?
that part,
Because that's a lot of work.
that part. They don't want to pay the price for something extravagant. So within their price range, I still make it look good, but we're not going into, putting in a whole, elephant into a table and sanding it down and things of that nature. But it's still going to look, you know, way better than what they had to begin with. And the reason why they wanted to change it is
Yeah,
so it could look better.
right. But what you're talking about with with that job right there, though, I guess what you doing? Cutting off the leg so it's shorter or something? You said sort of
No,
fit under or something.
I've taken the whole table apart because it's one of the tables that kind of split apart and it's got sections. So it's three sections, which makes it into like a family size table. I'm gonna cut off one. There's a section of it that I'm gonna trim down of the actual table and just make it thinner, and then refit the legs and everything back to it, as well as the middle, so that it's just a little bit tiny, a little bit smaller. She just wants it a little bit thinner.
That's interesting. Don't let me get you in trouble, but what is it special about this table? Why not just get another table? Why they want that table?
But she
And
said
just
it's been in the it's she's had it for a long time. She says it's kind of special to her. I don't think it's
sentimental
antique.
value.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good that you can do that. Customize stuff, fix it, alter it. That's valuable. Um, so you got landscaping, you got mechanic, you got computer repair, you have home repair. Did I miss anything?
Uh,
Cleaning. What,
Cleaning.
yeah, what all you guys do in cleaning? Home,
Um,
residential, Airbnb, or all
right
of
now we're
those?
just doing just homes. Any of the homes that I've been into right now. Um, we just, if they have carpet, steam clean the carpets, um, scrubbing steps, deep cleaning bathrooms, um, removing mold, so recaulking the bathtubs.
Y'all remove mold?
Yes. So it's the
Oh,
last time that I was, did anything like that. It was just in a shower, and it's just around the edges of the shower, getting the molding up, and spraying it down real good, making sure that the mold, doesn't come back, and then waterproofing it so she doesn't have to worry about water getting back behind the bathtub again, because she had someone professionally put in a one of those like click-in bathtubs,
mhm.
and they didn't seal it very good, so she had a lot of mold growing.
A situation like that, you can't get the people to come back in and correct the job, or
That was I didn't want to ask that, but I would assume that they should have come back in and fixed it.
uh,
Um, but some people
you
just
probably don't want to see them no more. I don't want
yeah,
nothing else to do with them. They,
yeah.
yeah.
A lot of people are not, once they have a job done and then they have somebody else come in and they're having to, hey, can you redo this, or take a look at this because somebody else has done it and they didn't do it right. They're not really wanting to call the same person
Mhm.
back again because they're just going to
Yeah.
give them the same kind of result.
Anything else?
Mm, I don't think so. I think that's about it.
All right. Well, I guess we'll end here. It's good meeting you guys.
Nice to meet you
Um,
too, sir.
you got any questions for me? Like as far as any questions regarding how you might be able to use AI in the business to improve it or whatever?
Um, no. She's she says she's got it, I think. If I think of something later on down the line, yeah, if it's all right, I'll definitely hit you up and see if you can give me some help on it. Like to learn. So,
All right, yeah, I'll be here. Um, well, thank y'all, and I hope y'all grow. We'll probably get back in touch and
all
see
right,
what we
sounds
can do
good.
again.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, man.
All right, y'all take it easy now.
You too. Have a good one.